Hello everybody, we should be live now. This is just a live update. If you guys are just tuning in now, we have a severe thunderstorm threat for Windsor-Essex County. It goes up to London, Ontario, Canada. We're just going to be covering these storms today. We're using radar scope. All the storms are just now starting to fire, and they are moving directly towards the Windsor-Essex area. We do have a squall watch currently in effect. If I were to switch over to weather-wise, I'll show you in a second. Just give me a second, ladies and gents. Let me just quickly switch over to weather-wise, so you guys can get a good reference on what's going to be happening today and across Canada today. Just give me a second, folks. So if I go over to watches, sorry guys, might be a little laggy here. Just trying to. Swap to this radar here. This radar over here is going to show some bigger numbers. Okay, so here's what we're dealing with right now, guys. All these storms over here, just over here, near Lansing, Michigan, near Detroit, Michigan. Those are the storms that we're going to be heading directly towards us currently. If I were to turn on, where's the draw mode? Oh, I don't remember where that is. Son of a gun. Anyways, these storms over here between Jackson, Adrian, Maru, Detroit, those areas. We do have and if you guys folks out here in Windsor-Essex County, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch issued until. So if you guys go up to Windsor-Essex County, Kent County, London, Middlesex County, Simcoe County, up to Brantford County in Ontario, all up to Kitchener, all up to Toronto, to the GTA areas. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch at this time. We are expecting straight line wind threats from every single one of these supercells here. So the most main concern so far would probably be these storms over here in the Detroit areas. They do have special weather statements also for 15-mile-an-hour wind gusts and a quarter inch hail. Let's be over to radar scope. Back to radar scope is what we're probably going to use most of the time, because it shows better numbers. So if we're back here on radar scope, you guys can see here, all these storms here is what's developing, and they are moving directly in this direction. So all these storms here, they might get, if they get more severe and severe, potentially all these storms right here, they go to the latest scans here, they're moving directly east. And this, the main concern here, this storm here, is starting to turn into a little squall here. And that's the main reason why we're going live. We do have some storms over here by Hamilton and Kitchener. Fortunately, we won't be able to see any warnings through these, because I don't think we can really do that. But I have to find a setting for that. But the problem is I don't think radar scope really has that. But I'll figure it out one way or another. If I go to settings, if I go to options, NOAA, because you have NOAA usually, 20 times frames, accounts, so you usually have all those on. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these storms here will go severe warned in the next couple hours. The one that's close to hitting Windsor-Essex currently is the one in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's about to enter Detroit County, or Detroit over here. So this storm here, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes directly this way. So any of these storms that are basically going directly that way, just get prepared for anything going down towards Windsor-Essex. So if you guys are in the path of this storm here, which will be Belleville, Wayne, Westland, Tyler, Trenton, LaSalle, Windsor, Essex County, Westland, Larver now, I don't present that, Detroit, Warren, Ghost Leamington, Corlister, Harwell, Amingsburg, McGorrell, Essex, Wheatley, and Tilbury, Bell River, Wallensburg. Any areas like Tecumseh, St. Johnman, Chumber, North Woodsley, and Staples are all over Essex County currently. Get prepared for potentially this storm. My freaking whatchamacallit. My predictions here. Oh, I said freaking. Anyways, this storm here potentially may go severe warned. Probably in the next couple minutes or so. Because they are moving east-northeast at 32 knots. So I would not be surprised if this cell here, this supercell here, produces hail in the next couple minutes. If we go over to the velocity here, you'll know there's really not any rotation on this. But this storm over here has a little bit of wind, but it's really a little off radar, so you really can't really tell. But some of these storms, like this storm over here, has a little bit of wind on that supercell over there. If I remember how to get onto this radar here, but usually that one doesn't work because it's on this. But if you go to XD radar, which for some reason it's not working on this. But closest radar really would be KTS. That's what we're really going to be focusing on. Would be all these ones right here. So you go back over here. This storm right here is starting to develop right here. We have this supercell over here in Mason and Williamson. Those storms are starting to rapidly develop. We do have another storm systems actually coming in. If we go over here to this radar, over here to the Chicago area radar. Oh my god, the radar scope just turned off. Absolutely lovely. So if you go over to this over here, between Grand Rapids, you can see there are some storms developing over the waters, which potentially may lead into coming to the Michigan area. Southern Michigan, over here near Detroit, Ann Arbor. This storm looks like they're expected to shift some track. It does have hail now. It has hail up to almost 1 inch. So this storm here will potentially be getting us with thunderstorm warning in the next couple minutes or so. Couple hours, potentially. But if you guys are on the path for these storms, if you're folks in Windsor-Essex County, where I'm going to be circling, get prepared for this supercell right here, as it is directly going towards those areas. So anyone in Windsor, Tecumseh. So if you guys are in Windsor, Tecumseh, Leamington, Amingsburg, LaSalle, up to Chatham, get prepared for a severe thunderstorm warning in approximately a couple minutes or so, as this storm is closing in to the Windsor-Essex area. Folks in over here in Ann Arbor, Detroit, Stuller Heights, Chatham, those areas, this storm system right here is what's coming into Ontario. There's no severe thunderstorm warning on it currently, but there will be pretty soon. This storm here is turning into what we call a squall line, which is turning into a little line of thunderstorms. And this is slowly, might miss Windsor to the little bit to the north. Might miss over to the west, but we're still gonna get hammered. Windsor's still, if you guys are anyone in Windsor, you guys are still gonna get hammered from this supercell here. And this ain't gonna be over for quite some time. So all these supercells right here are all gonna go directly towards Windsor. And that's what really gonna hit. And I'm currently also in Windsor, so I'll be able to experience these supercells over here while I'm in Windsor. Unfortunately, radar scope, you can't really check the actual cameras and all that. That's why we're using radar. We're only using radar scope because it gives a better information on what's actually happening. This cell is now going to be directly in Windsor. I say it's about to hit in approximately at 3:03 p.m. I think this is where it's going to impact Windsor. We do have some supercells going to be forming just over here as well. We're going to keep focusing on every single storm out here in Michigan, as well as before they head into Ontario. And then we'll switch to WeatherWise app, which you guys can get on Google Play. And this is where we're going to focus right here. For the time being, we did just get a brand new flash flood warning for Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. But we're not really going to focus on those currently, because we're going to keep an eye on these supercells over here. Well, these cells over here. And that's what's main concerns here, as we are going to be tracking these storms probably for the next couple hours. Okay, what's going off this the velocity here? That's something. Okay. So we go down to each tilt here. I usually would go on tilt 1. Actually, we do have some little bit of hail. Actually, right there. We got a little bit of hail. Looks like that's gonna be directly over towards Windsor. But most likely it's gonna hit probably the LaSalle. The hail versus potentially maybe possibly quarter sized would be LaSalle, Rearview, Trenton, Taylor, Belleville, Carlston, Amherstburg, Hollow, Essex, Leamington. All these areas that I just circled here, you're about to get some hail. Probably a little bit of hail. Not any severe hail, not anything like that. I think this is just going to produce straight up just fucking hail. So if you look over down to lower Michigan here in their 401, we actually do some supercells over here as well. Most of the time, we're going to keep an eye on all these ones here that are heading towards Windsor-Essex County. That's just our main focus for right now. Now, this supercell that went over the water is actually dying, so that one we don't have to worry about. It's just this cluster. It's just this cluster of thunderstorms here is what we're keeping an eye on. So, those are the ones to just keep an eye on for right now. We just get news for thunderstorm warning for Maryland and Virginia, which is pretty sure that's way down that way, yeah. Way down that way. Those for thunderstorm warning currently. We are going to switch to the radar scopes, and it is getting closer to the Detroit, and there is some cameras over there that we could probably take a look at. So, we're going to quickly switch over to here. If I'm not mistaken, let me just quickly put you guys back up here. Alright, KTS, or KDTX, sorry. God, I cannot talk today. There's I can turn the cameras on, can't I? I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, there you go. That's the radar. Okay. Where are the traffic cameras? Oh, there they are. Traffic cameras. Let me just quickly turn these traffic cameras on here. We should be able to see some of them. That's from Windsor. So if we go to this camera right here. I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything, really. Nothing. That's just the interstate. Okay, that's the interstate camera. What about Windsor here? Okay, this is the city of Windsor. This is Wyandotte. I don't see nothing on there. Yet, anyways. Can I zoom in to see if there's more cameras? Oh, no. We only got the other severe thunderstorm watches, obviously. We only got 2 severe thunderstorms, actually 3 now. Most of them are for Illinois, obviously. We just got a new severe thunderstorm for Brockville. Those areas, and oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, what is this camera getting? Oh, it's really raining over there. Very rainy. Hey guys, let me make sure I'm live on YouTube here. Just give me a second. Make sure we are live. I'm going to post it. Let me just pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Let me just pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Let me just pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Okay, I'm going to go edit. Pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Okay, I'm going to go edit. Pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Okay, I'm going to go edit. Pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Okay, I'm going to go edit. Pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Okay, I'm going to go edit. Pause this real quick to make sure we are rolling on YouTube. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to private this here. Go to copy link. Alright, we should be good now. But I am going to copy my stream and send it. Just do a copy link. And we're just gonna paste it, and we're gonna instantly go live. The reason why we're live today is because of this thunderstorm mix. We are under Windsor-Essex County. It's currently under a level 1 out of 5 enhanced risk for severe, or not enhanced risk, marginal risk, sorry, for severe weather. So that's currently why we are currently live for. Just give me a second, folks. I'm just gonna quickly do this. Go to promotion. Alrighty. Alright, so that's posted. So we're gonna go back to we're back to the radar here. Make sure we are rolling. We are good to go. Okay, so we're back on the radar here. We're gonna see if Windsor's really catching up anything on rate and the wind and all that. I'm also gonna turn on my cameras too, because since these storms, oh son of a bitch, they're gonna be coming over from the Detroit area. Turn some lights on. And we are currently ready for these storms. But here's the one concerning for you guys out in Detroit. There's no thunderstorm warning currently, but we have some special weather statements. So you guys out here in these areas from Ann Arbor, York Charter, a new special weather statement was just issued by the National Weather Service. Wind is at 40 miles an hour. So this windstorm is starting to get severe as it makes its way towards the Detroit, Windsor-Essex County area. So any of you guys in those areas, I'm gonna make sure chasers are on too. As well, we're gonna make sure those are on. So this is what we're gonna look at, guys. So you have these supercells right here. Got that lag. And they are actually heading directly this direction. Heading directly towards Windsor-Essex County. If you guys are in those counties, you guys are going to be under a thunderstorm watch until about 2 in the morning. And that's why those storms are all right there. If I go over to the speed here, you can clearly see this is starting to get severe. Slowly but surely. This storm is going to start to get severe. That's why we are live tonight for the storms. This special weather state was issued until... Okay, the National Weather Service of Michigan actually issued this until... It doesn't say warning until... Well, it expires in an hour, so most likely it's like 3 p.m. So, the main concern is for these supercells over here. We can't really see anything on like the cameras, but we can kind of get a little tension. This is from the city of Windsor. I don't see really nothing yet. So we'll switch to this radar here. I don't think you're really gonna see much, because that is the airport radar. Or we might, we might. But just a mess. That's how I'm gonna quickly safe the National Weather Service radar over there. This has a direct course for Detroit and Windsor-Essex County area. So that's what the main concern is. So rewind it, no. This is from the 401. This is facing directly at Detroit. You can clearly see right over there. That's the supercell right there. You can see the shelf cloud right there, because it looks like it's turning into a squall line. And a squall line is a line of thunderstorms, so you can clearly see the little small tail and the closer to the ground. This is in Detroit, Michigan, so if you guys are in the following areas: York Charter Township, Ann Arbor, Southgate, Detroit, Windsor-Essex County. We're from London, Michigan. Mostly it's going to be mostly in Michigan. That's what the main concern is currently, for at the time being. And this, if they do issue us with thunderstorm warning, where I'm going to be squaring, that's just where I think the severe thunderstorm warning will be issued. It's just a prediction. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. But the reason I'm only live, this is pretty much the second person really covering this whole system right here. So if you guys are in Detroit, Southgate, and Amherstburg, Ontario, Windsor-Essex County, up to Chatham-Kent County, you guys are, anyone in Windsor-Essex County in general, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 in the morning. And then anyone in Ann Arbor, York Charter, Southgate, Detroit, anyone around the surrounding those areas, you guys have a special weather statement issued for about an hour. We are getting some lightning signatures there. Just for context, the reason why this is now a special weather statement because the hail reached 25 inches. So that's the main reason why this became a special weather statement. And the wind gusts are at 40 miles an hour. Usually when it gets to like 50, 60 miles an hour, that's when they usually issue a severe thunderstorm warning. So if it hits those criterias, I don't really see hail much on the reflectivity. But if we go into the velocity, there's really not much, really. You can see a little bit of the wind, but not necessarily. So most of the time we're going to reflectivity. I don't see any tornado threat with these storms in Michigan whatsoever. That would be more down south, not over in these areas. You're not going to see probably any tornadoes. You may see one brief tornado, but I kind of highly doubt there's going to be a tornado in these areas. Just a quick recap, you guys are in Windsor-Essex County. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch issued until 2 a.m. The main reason is because meteorologists, like me for example, are tracking these supercells down over in the Michigan, heading into the Windsor-Essex County areas, moving due east at around 50, 60 knots. Not bad, but this storm here is actually the slowest storm so far, as it is moving east at 37 miles an hour. If you can at least see the impacts right there. Most of the time it's going to hit Detroit in about 46 minutes. Here's what we're expecting to see it hit at. Duration, you can see it's moving at east at 37 miles an hour. You can see Southgate, Michigan, which is there in which is 20 miles away. Detroit. If you guys are in Detroit, you're 28 miles away from the supercell here. I don't see this storm really trying to produce a tornado. Because, I mean, it just formed like an hour ago. Okay, radar did just update. The scan did just update, so we're going to take a look at this. They might issue us a thunderstorm warning with this. I kind of feel like they might. Because of this supercell. I think this might be the only system so far that might be that's only issued for now. And we can see if we can try to spot the camera again. So let's do it back down to the 401 here. Go to the Iowa 401. You can see a little bit of the storm right there. You can see a little bit of the storm motion going upwards. That is where the anvil cloud is currently located. So if you guys are in those following areas: Ann Arbor, York Charter, Southgate, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, surrounding areas. You go down to Windsor-Essex County, you guys are also going to be under this storm system as well. There it is, heading directly at you.